Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is very special. It's a triple video day. We streamed the new character, and then they had some things that they announced were coming new for Stage 2, and then, of course, a little bit after this video is done, we'll probably know the matchups for the first Stage playoffs of the year. So, we'll have a video about that. But in today's video, we're talking about the new changes that Blizzard announced, or Overwatch League specifically. Not, they're connected, but they're not, I guess. Blizzard's not specifically making the decisions, it's Overwatch League itself makes the decision. And the changes, the new character, Baptiste, is that his name? I don't know. I'm just going to say Baptiste, okay. That dude is coming out in Stage 2. We had previously, for Overwatch League, last year when Brigitte came out, we didn't see Brigitte until Stage 4. Now the difference is Stage 1 was January, Stage 2 was February, but Stage 3 was, or there was like part of January, part of February. So Stage 4 was about April and May. So it was a couple months before we seen Brigitte. But Baptiste is going to be right in there. It says here April 4th. So it's only like 2 weeks away that we'll see the new character in the Overwatch League, which I think is interesting. Definitely see how that changes things up compared to the difference with Brigitte, where she didn't come in until the last stage. A lot of things didn't really matter the last stage. A lot of teams were out. So yeah, basically displays him. It says he's a support. His unique offensive, defensive abilities. Whatever. The last patch that just came out today will be the patch that we played for Overwatch League 1.34. There's a lot of characters that got changed. Ana had some changes. Doomfist, Hanzo, Lucio, McCree, Mei, Moira, Orisa, Pharah, Soldier 76, Sombra, Torbjorn, Widowmaker, and Wrecking Ball all had some sort of changes to them. You can specifically look at every single one. I know Widowmaker, her ultimate goes away if she dies instead of staying. Orisa can move faster when she shoots. Mei's Ice Wall has less health. I know Lucio's Speed Boost, you go a little slower with it. Torbjorn has more health. Reaper gets less health from hitting shots. So some things like that have been changed. I don't remember all of them, those are the ones I do. Paris is going to be in the map pool. Paris came out last month. So Paris will be in the map pool. So we could see Paris in the Overwatch League. We will see Paris being played. So this here, I'm going to read specifically what it says. They changed, obviously the map pool changes every stage, and they changed the order that the maps will be played in. So this says, we made an important change to the map order. We are switching the order of Assault and Hybrid maps to reduce the likelihood that a match is decided partway through the third map, as draws are more likely on Assault. The revised map order is Control, Assault, Hybrid, Escort, with the Control tiebreaker if necessary, and then I'll say what the map pools are for you. So they're changing the Assault and Hybrid because Hybrid was second. Obviously, we go Control, Hybrid, Assault, Escort. But we were seeing a lot of ties on Assault halfway through. If a team would take the whole thing or, part of it, and then you'd hold them. Or, neither team would get the same progress, You take A, you take B, you go into overtime. Both teams take A, nobody takes B, but a team's down 2-0 and it's over. I think it made it less interesting. So, we're more likely to... you can still have a tie on Hybrid. If one team, doesn't take anything, and you don't take anything, you have your tie on Hybrid. But to have a tie on Hybrid is a lot less likely than Assault. And obviously Control, you can't get a tie. Escort, technically you can get a tie, but it's almost impossible. Again, Hybrid, you can get a tie on the Escort part, but again, almost impossible. So, that's the change. I think that's a good change, so that way matches aren't over halfway through the third part. I know that with the last match I remember being with Seoul Dynasty in London, last game I watched at least, where they went and Seoul was up 2-0, then they tied. So Seoul won the series before London even attacked, I believe. So less exciting there, I guess, for fans. If you're just watching, you're like, all right, well, they lost halfway through the match. I think it'd make it more exciting. Because in that situation, it would have been 1-0 going into halftime. So that's a new thing we'll see, though, is Control, Assault, Hybrid, Escort, and then Control as the tiebreaker. They've been changing the map order up forever. It's always been different. We had Escort to start. We had Hybrid to end. It's always been different. But the map pool for this stage, Lijiang Tower, Oasis, Busan. So you're not going to have Nepal and one other one in there. I don't know. Well, basically, Lijiang Tower and Oasis are new to the map pool this stage. I think you keep one map and 2 new ones. That's sort of the way that it works here. So Busan is staying in Control. For Assault, we're getting Paris. New map, never been played. I don't know if it's even ever been played competitively in Overwatch in a professional esports. I don't know if it's played in Contenders. Obviously, the Overwatch World Cup is going on. So I don't know if Paris has been played in Contenders at all. I don't even know if Contenders is happening. All I know is that Paris, brand new map, starting here. They have Temple of Anubis from stage 1, and then Hanamura, new to the map pool. Super sub by Hanamura. Hanamura is my favorite Assault map to play. Then we go to Hybrid. We have Blizzard World at Eichenwald. Eichenwald is really, really fun to watch in Overwatch League. I mean, that's one of the first maps that I watched pre-season 2018. I was watching some of the clips just before the season started. So Eichenwald will be fun to watch. And then Kings Row is staying in the map pool. Escort, another one of our favorite maps. Junkertown. Junkertown's really, really cool. That's one of the ones I said actually a couple of days ago. I don't know if I said it in a video or just thought it to myself. I want to see Junkertown Hanamura in the stage. And we get Busan, Hanamura, and Junkertown all in the same one. I'd love for a match where it's all 3 of those maps played. Actually, if we could have Busan, Hanamura, Eichenwald, and Junkertown in one map, that'd be great. Yeah, we got Junkertown, Watchpoint, Gibraltar, and Rialto. So Rialto's staying in the map pool from the previous season. Then they also said that they're changing. It says, well, I'll read it. And it's easier to read it than sum it up after. So basically, it says, heading into 2019 season, we're anticipating a match to take 90 minutes. However, reviewing the data from stage 1, we've seen that matches are typically 105 minutes. To make it easier for everyone to tune in and watch their favorite teams, we're officially resetting the schedule to account for actual match length. Check out the schedule page. So you can check that out. I'm assuming it's on the app website here. It's a link to the website. So they're making that change, which is good. I know last year the matches went for way longer, but they go for an hour and a half. So, they go for about an hour, 45 minutes. So that's not bad. But I think having that change in there is good to just, make it, all right, this game's happening at, they'll say Eastern time is what I always see. So the first games start 7 o'clock. It makes more sense for them to say the game starts at 7:15. So you're more like accurately knowing when a game will start. So if you're like, oh, I'm doing things, I got to be ready to watch the game at 7:15. So that way you're not like, gives you a little bit extra time for, preparing yourself. If you're doing something, you don't have to be like, I got to be at 7, and then you get home, and they're still on the 3rd map from the previous game. You're like, Chief, what? So I think that's a good thing for them to change. So, appropriately changing that is good, and I'll take a look at that in a second, see if they have changed it already. Then they're also making a tiebreaker tweak. It says we're adding some additional tiebreakers to minimize the odds for a tie for seeding the stage in regular season playoffs. It doesn't have any specific details, but it says they're going to work on that, which I think is good because we're kind of in a situation now where the stage playoffs begin in 2 days, and we don't know the matchups yet. I think being able to say Sunday night, these are the matchups. It's 5 p.m. right now on Tuesday, and we don't know the matchups. And the games are played in about 2 days from this time. The first match will start. So I think having that set is going to be way better. So, having a tiebreaker so we don't have to necessarily go and play a game or flip a coin. Which we'll get into that in the video coming up later today. After those matches are done in the coin toss. They had a thing saying you can watch the coin toss on Instagram. Again, we're going to get into that. I do want to click on the schedule page and see how the times are changed. Well, that's not going to help me. All right, so the times are changed here. Again, Eastern time is what I'm going off of here. 7 p.m. the first game is, 8:45, and then 10:30. And then we have 12:15 a.m. One thing I don't like about this is that they have the time set in the time, even though like the games, all right, this game's happening Friday. Because of my time zone specifically, the last game is set on the Friday. So that's why I missed that game. I'm like, why is there a game at 12:15 and then a game at 7? Because 12:15 is that day. Again, same thing here. Friday is 7, 8:45, 10:30, and this is Saturday, but this is the game that would be set for the other day. So it's kind of a meme. I'm going to check the app real quick. Sure, they've changed it on there, but you know, so there's a bunch of changes. New hero, new maps. We'll see changes to the other thing there. This one here says it the right way. Changes to the meta, I'm assuming we're going to see. I mean, a new character comes in. Typically, it shakes up the meta a little bit. We've seen that with the end of Stage 4 last year, where Brigitte came in and really changed how the game was played. Obviously, that meta sort of didn't really pick up as what it became until the beginning of this stage. But we'll definitely see how the new character and new map will impact the Overwatch League. But that's that. I'm excited to see it. So April 4th, 7 p.m. Eastern time, the games kick off for Stage 2. You got Philadelphia and New York, the first two teams to play against each other. Can we see what maps they're playing yet? We can. Well, Legion Tower, Ekenwald, and Rialto. We don't know the control map. Actually, we don't know the control map. We don't know the assault map. Maybe it's Paris and it's not showing up. Because we can click on another one. This is it. Yeah, they must be playing Paris to start because it's not on here yet. So you'll see them be playing Lijiang Tower, Ekenwald, Paris, and Rialto. So we'll see Paris and Bastille for the first time together. Or what is his name? Bastille? Yeah, whatever. I don't know how to say his name. I don't really care. Dude's kind of weird. I mean, I'm sure I'll know in like 2 weeks. But it'd be interesting to sort of see what he does and how he does change the Overwatch League for sure. And how Paris will and all those changes. So, definitely excited. Make sure you guys check out later. We will be taking a look at the beginning. Not the beginning, but we'll be taking a look at the stage playoffs. I'm sure that kicks off in a couple minutes. Isn't it 2 Pacific time? What's it now? Pacific 1? Maybe it is starting now. Let's find out. I'm not sure. I think it's starting, but yeah, the game should have started by the time I'm recording this. I knew it was 5, so it should be 2. I just wanted to confirm. Right now it's 5:08 for me here recording, so it is 2:08 there, so that should be going. So we should know in about 2 hours. So by the time this video is up, I'll probably be recording the next one. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.